Normally I just get up and speak and I say whatever is on my mind, but today I want to kind of turn that around. I'm more interested in knowing what's on your people's mind today. This is Rock the Vote Day here in Battle Creek. We're registering voters. We've got an information table. We've got some hemp products and some water supplies here in the park. We're going to have bands all day today. This is just band number 2. And I've got questions for you. Anyone want to just participate? We're going to do a little public opinion poll here. And let's just do this on a basis of yay, if you're happy about this issue. If you're voting yes, say yay. If you're not happy, go boo. Go, raspberries, whatever you want to do when you go boo. Jazzberries! Yes, jazzberries. So, section 1 is about the economy. Is your family's economic outlook better, worse, or unchanged since the start of the Bush administration? Oh, I hear some boos. Do you think President Bush understands the struggles of working families to make ends meet? See, these are pretty easy questions, aren't they? Do you agree with the Bush administration plan to, quote-unquote, stimulate the economy through tax cuts for wealthy Americans and the wealthy corporations that already aren't paying their taxes? We got a deficit up to $304 billion. Of course you're booing that one. Overall, how do you evaluate the administration's performance on the economy? Oh, okay, we're not sure. Our jury's still out on that one, huh? Okay. Section 2 is about health care. Many American families are being squeezed by rising health care insurance premiums. How concerned are you about basic health care coverage and your ability to get it? Is that important? That's a pretty important issue to us. I know I don't have health care. It'd be nice if I did. My health care plan is just don't get sick. Which political party do you trust? Well, that's not yes or no. Let's stay with the yes or no questions. Overall, how do you evaluate the Bush administration's performance on making health care affordable and available? We got some people thinking yes. Some people are not sure. A lot of people. And, there's nothing you can yell when you're not sure. It's like, I'm not sure. It's a little harder to do. So I guess what I'm fishing for here are the extreme reactions on either end, I guess. Oh, the environment. Do you support the Republican plans to dig for oil in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge? Do you support Bush administration's Clear Skies initiative that relies on the voluntary compliance of industrial polluters instead of regulations? You trust? Oh yeah, we don't trust our corporations in this country. Are you kidding me? Of course we don't. Judicial nominees. Now this is one of the things that you don't think about, but it comes to bite you in the ass a couple years after someone gets elected president. These judicial nominees. Do you believe President Bush has a mandate to fill the federal court vacancies with far-right, ultra-conservative, born-again Christian judges? People don't know I'm still asking questions. That's a question, people. All right. The U.S. has a constitutional duty to advise and consent on all nominees. Which, this isn't yes or no. I gotta skip that one. Just want to do yes or no today. See, this is beautiful. Normally, like from the Republicans, when you get a questionnaire like this, it's all set up for you. You go straight up and down the list, and you just go. This actually asks you for your input, so I can't even get through this thing with just yes or no answers because they're asking you to. There's the thing that says other. You fill in the blank about your issue. Can you imagine that? What kind of party does that? Well, the Greens do, but apparently the Democrats do too. So overall, how do you evaluate the administration's performance on nominating fair-minded, nonpartisan judges? So we haven't heard a lot about what's been going on with Bush and judges, but he's been trying to sneak through some real nut jobs lately. And Of course, he's been stopped, so he hasn't been doing it lately, so we haven't been hearing about the wacko stuff he's been trying lately. But it's happening, believe me. And if he gets 4 more years, we'll see a lot more of that. Thank you. All things considered, how good of a job do you think President Bush is doing to serve the interests of Americans? Yeah, let's hear it. Boo, Bush. Boo, Bush. Stay out the bushes. Do you believe it is important to restore a Democratic Senate majority in order to provide a check and balance against the Bush administration? So this is like, even if Bush does win, he still has to contend with the Democrats in the Hill. So let's at least support our local Democrats. Let's also know that even if the guy's just running for city council, he's starting out, and that may be the guy who gets elected senator and saves our butt someday when a Republican president tries to throw through some legislation. A lot of this stuff gets stopped in the Senate. That's why it's great to see a senator running for president like John Kerry. This guy has seen it all. I know he hasn't taken both sides of the issue, but I tell you one thing, he's someone who actually can look at both sides of the issue. So what we really need to look at are the people who think for themselves. And fortunately, those are the people who really appreciate it when you share some truth with them. Those are the people who really appreciate it when you give them back a little bit of what's been taken from them in this country. So, again, it's my job to do that and to make it as safe and easy and fun as possible for people to gather together, to talk about the issues, to learn about the issues. You know, go to your parents. If you got a father or a mother that's a Republican, say, you know, I need to talk to you first. I got to fix my own house, and then once I fix my own house, I'm going to go out and start sharing this with the rest of the people. Because I'm telling you, if you've got a cynical mother like mine, if you can get anything through her head, you can talk to anybody. So let's all do that. Let's come together as a nation and not just as a community. Let's get involved. Let's stay involved. And the best part of staying involved is staying informed. So come visit me at the white tent back there. I'm kind of nailed to the floor, or else I'd be walking around saying hi to you all. So come up and say hi to me, because I'll get bored up there at some point. And come read my mail. I got some pretty cool stuff in the mail. So I don't see another band starting to set up yet. We do have another band starting to set up, right? These are still breaking down. Yeah, I'll mention it again too. We have hemp products set up. A lot of people remember the hemp industry as being like these scratchy canvas bags, and you know, maybe 10 years ago that was true. But this t-shirt I'm wearing is hemp. It's a cotton hemp blend. You can't tell the difference between it and a cotton garment, except for the fact that when I'm out here under the sun, the hemp in this shirt keeps this shirt from heating up under sunlight because it has 100% UV protection. Hemp has so many wonderful uses, and we have a couple women up here on the side under the trees here who know lots about hemp, and it's worth learning about. There's a whole big issue here that the Democrats would get behind this and tell the farmers, yes, we will make it legal for America's farmers to grow hemp because we know it's superior fabric, and we also know that hemp oil can replace oil. We don't have to pull oil from the ground to fuel our cars. We can grow a plant, and it'll fuel our cars, and it'll save our family farms. And if the Democrats are smart, they'll pick up on that, and they'll get lots of votes from it. We also know that cannabis is medicine, better medicine than these pills that they've been trying to hook us on. You know, they try to say we're going to have a drug-free society, but then drugs always seem to be the answer to everything in society. We've got drugs for our lawns, we got drugs for our dogs, we got drugs for our wives, we got drugs for our husbands, we've got drugs for our children, we got drugs for everything. Is there anything natural anymore? You know, yeah, exactly. Except for human bodies, there ain't much that's natural. And this grass we're sitting on is drug grass because they put chemicals into it. It's not natural. It's not good enough to grow the way God intended anymore. We gotta pump up everything. Oh, you're the organic landscaper, huh? I have to bring you out to my house. There you go. What's your number? I'll plug you. Kuhn's Lawn and Landscaping. Guaranteed organic landscaping. Do you guys mulch? Of course. See, there's people out here doing something. This guy's got a business and he's doing something And this is really all I ask of any of you, is whatever it is you know that you can do is what we need you to be doing. I don't know you. Don't come and ask me, oh, Jay, what can I do? All I can say is, you know, there's something that needs something done about it. I'll explain that part to you. But you know yourselves, and you know what you're capable of, and what you need to do is figure out what it is you can do to make things better, and start right now, and continue and maintain that for the rest of your life until the problem is solved. That's what we need you to be doing. So if you write letters to the editor, write a book. If you can travel, go places, go see things that are happening, and go meet people that, you know, haven't been met, that need to be met, and be an intelligent witness for what's going on. If you've got computer skills, figure out a way to use computer skills to get out the vote or get information out or to bring people in. If you're a communicator like me, get out and speak every opportunity you can. Get out in front of a microphone and tell the truth. Make it impossible to sustain the lies. If you're a band, come down and throw down a show for an event like this for nothing. These guys, you know, they could maybe be making some money right now playing a bar for a bunch of drunks, but they came here to play for you guys instead, because they know that you guys are hipper than that crowd. I have some echo on too. Wow, echo squared. So that's it. Do what you can do. Even if all you can do is come out and sit down on the grass for an event, do that. That's called voting with your butt. If you want to march, that's called voting with your feet. If you want to contribute, that's called voting with your dollars. And come November, go into that little booth and vote with your hands. And vote every time. Participate every time. Keep your voter registry current. And maybe we'll have a chance of taking this government back and reinstalling the sort of government that's supposed to exist in this country. Because we've gotten away from that, people, and the only reason they get away from it is because half of the people who are registered to vote don't vote. And half of the people who could register to vote are not registered to vote. So if everybody voted for one person in the presidential election, the president would still be determined by a quarter of the population of this country. That's a pretty sad state of affairs, people. We all need to be involved in this, and I guarantee you we wouldn't have Bush in office if people were registered to vote and were voting when they're registered. There's just too many people who can smell something fishy in what these Republicans are selling us. What to do? Don't play a hate. Participate. Rock the vote.
People get involved and make a difference.
All right, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for giving us the word. See, these people care. I don't see any Republicans out here talking to the youth. Oh, yes, groovy. Yeah, just dig that jive. Vote for Bush. No, it didn't work, did it? You know, it's all about maintaining the relationship, you know. It's just like maintaining the relationship with, you know, the person you're in love with. You got to maintain your relationship with your government. Because I'm telling you, ladies, it's just like this. That man is going to get away with everything that you let him know he can get away with. Let's put it this way. To win a Georgia Senate race, the Republicans are willing to distort my record, ignore my personal history, run ads putting my face next to those of Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein. We can only imagine how far they'll go to keep George W. Bush in the White House. You know, this isn't just Georgia we're talking about here, I think. I think this is pretty much par for the course. You should have seen the number they did on Joe Long Thompson, who was going to replace wonderful Democrat Tim Romer when he had to leave. This guy, Chris Chalcola, Republican, launched a warmongering fear and smear campaign likes I'd never seen in the history of politics. I've been watching for a little bit of time now. But this is it. Count on it. They'll question our presidential candidate's patriotism the same way they question everybody else's. They'll twist and distort the facts and wrap their candidate in the flag. And then now of Rock the Vote. We're going to rock the vote today. It seems that not enough people are participating in this democratic process that we have.